Hello everyone and welcome to the Rising Giant, Incredible Journeys Behind podcast. Today with me is another Slovenian. She's currently playing in German Bundesliga and she's also my friend and national team teammate. Adrijana Mori, welcome to the podcast. Thank you for saying yes.
Thank you, Dominika. It's actually the second time to be on the podcast, and I'm really happy to be here now with you.
Oh, really? I didn't know that you were at the podcast before.
Yes, we had online podcast, not sitting together, but over the camera.
So this is the first time.
So this is the first time now here in such a nice environment or room. So yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah, it's always better to do it in person. Obviously, with the type of podcast that I do, and the people that I talk to that are from around the world, obviously you can't always do it in person. But whenever I get to do it in person, it's that much better.
Of course, yeah.
All right, Adri, so let's start with the beginnings. Obviously, you're from Slovenia, so similar story to mine, but you're younger. Can you just start with tell me where you started, why you started to play football, how was it at that time?
Yeah, I started in my small village called Ožbalt. I guess we have 400 people living there. I started playing with my mom when I was 5 or 4, and my sister. And then later, of course, in school, sport was my favorite class. And I actually I loved ball and just playing it. And then my mom said, would you like to train with the boys? Because we didn't have a woman team. And I said, okay, let's try. I was really shy girl. So when I got there to the practice, I didn't talk with anyone. I just wanted to start as soon as possible with the training, with the ball, and just have fun. And then they also had a woman club, I guess it was half an hour away. So then I started playing there with the girls, and it was better for me because I got some friends, and I just could be myself, and was much more fun than playing with boys.
So did you deliberately chose that you will go with the girls, or was it like with me whenever I was 12 years old, I just had to go with the girls because I wasn't allowed to play with the boys anymore?
It was the same with me. Few months I played with boys and the girls. So in the weekend I had 2 games. And then I guess when I got 13, I couldn't play with boys anymore. So I switched only to play with girls.
How did they accept you, the boys?
Actually, quite good. Yeah. I didn't had any bad experience with them. So they respected me. They tried to connect with me, but I was a shy girl. But was still nice. So I'm happy that I had only good experience with them. Yes.
So whenever you start with the girls, how were the trainings? Because I know whenever I started with the girls, it was I was, let's say, 13 and the oldest one was 40, and we were all together. Some girls just started to play football, some were playing for many years already. How was that with you? Because our trainings were not good at all.
I guess our were better. It wasn't this age gap. So we were all maybe 2-3 years the difference with age. And also the coaches, they were quite good. They could teach us something new. We had fun. So I guess I also learned a lot there. But I think with boys I learned more because they were more aggressive. Also the coaches there, they were more, they knew more. So, but I think because I was playing more cheerful, playful with girls, and I had more fun, that I learned more this time.
You were able to just, I guess, relax.
Just be myself.
Yeah, just
exactly.
be yourself.
Yeah.
I think it's very important, that we start with the boys, or we started with the boys, or, at least played some years with the boys, because I think you learn, like you said, and you get more aggressive because it's just that's just the nature of, being with the boys. So I think it's very important that,
Yes.
I would still, even though now they exist academies for girls, only girls, I think that those early ages, I would still put boys and girls together.
Yes, because there's no different in like how it's called,
Like the physical
yeah,
part.
exactly, yeah.
So yeah, I also have a very good experience with the boys, and I was actually sad whenever they told me that I'm not allowed to be with the girls anymore. But I'm, those just a few years that I have more than you, I think it made a difference because obviously, clearly, your experience then with the girls was much better than mine.
Exactly.
How was the family? Were they always supportive, or was it like mentality of maybe that's not for girls?
Actually, my mom, well, she's like, if she wouldn't support me, I wouldn't be there where I am now, because she always told me you can be wherever you want to be, because in this like 10 years ago, 12, 13, the women football wasn't so at this level like now, so there wasn't many professional footballers, but she believed that I can be a professional, and she told me also later when I went to the high school, because I was struggling in school, she told me, look, focus on football, school can wait, you will make it anyway, because I was a perfectionist. I wanted to be good in school, good in football, but I couldn't, it wasn't good for me. I needed to focus on football and leave school a bit on the side, so she was totally okay with this. But different was with my dad. Like unfortunately, he was working a lot. He didn't have time to come to the practice or the games and stuff. So I was really missing this. I still how can I say? I realized that later when I was a professional that I was searching this role of father in the coaches.
Oh, okay.
Yes, exactly. So I really needed the support from them. And when I became professional, I didn't get this, you see you're just a number then. And I really, I lost my self-confidence. It was a really difficult time for me when I went to Germany, like we will talk this also. So it's funny, or like it's, it's good to you how it's called. Everything is connected from your childhood.
Yeah, exactly. Because you didn't have that father figure present in a childhood, then in every man who had a sort of authority and power, especially the coach who was deciding who's playing, who's not playing, you were searching for the approval and, praise and all this.
Exactly.
Things. So after... Actually, that was high school. After elementary school, you decided to go to Gimnazia Šiška, which is high school in Ljubljana. At that time, they already had the classroom, like the football classroom for girls. Why did you decide for that? Like, how was the experience there?
I decided because I knew some girls that also want to go there. So, and I wanted to focus to play football. I knew that they're more professional, that we are in the club. And my mom also said the next step, it's good to be like that. I go step higher with football. So this was the best solution. What I took was actually I would say my best 4 years of my life.
Really?
Yeah, was really, really cool, because with these girls we are still really good friends. You are with them 24/7. You go to training. You go to school, you have fun. Of course, there are bad days where you need to learn a lot and you struggle in school, and with the teacher you have fights, or but still it was so much fun. And also in this 4 years we had we also played the national team with the same girls, and we were really successful. So yeah, this whole package with the national team and this gymnasium was really, really cool.
Yeah, I guess the fact that you were there together day in and day out, you knew each other very well, and it helped the national team also achieve everything that you achieved. I think it was the first time that you qualified for the elite round, right? Was that U17?
Yes.
I think you won against England,
exactly,
right?
1-0 we won.
Which is huge.
It's really huge. So, of course, we celebrated like if we won the Champions League.
Yeah, or qualify for Euros or win the Euros, which is great. I feel like, that the whole project of Gimnazija Šiška, I don't know how it is right now, but definitely whenever you were there, I feel like it was a step forward in Slovenia, especially because the mentality was still like, this is not for, like, football is not for women. And I think that, whoever created that project, I think it really helped all of you who were there.
Of course.
After that, you went to Germany. How did you go there? Like, why Germany? One of the best leagues in the world, especially at the time. You mentioned already a little bit of the struggles that you faced there, but just for the beginning, like, did you have an agent? How did the whole thing happen?
Yeah, I knew that Germany's first Bundesliga is one of the strongest in Europe. So I was always dreaming, I want to play there one day. Because of the language, because we learned in school, I was like, okay, this could be a country where I can play. And also Lara Prasnikar, you also had her in your podcast already. She was the first girl that went to Germany. She was also in the same school like I was. So she was a role model for me, that she did this step. And yes, I was like, wow, this would be really cool if I could do this too. So in the last year of school, I got to know one guy, which was also a manager. And he actually, I went to some tryouts in Austria and stuff, but the clubs, they weren't so professional. I wouldn't get a contract. I wouldn't be secured, or how it's called when you get injured. That
it wouldn't be a professional contract. Pretty much.
So they wanted to have me, but my mom and me was like, wouldn't be smart, because I was still young. I was 18, 17, and you can just leave your child somewhere and you don't know if they will be safe there or they get enough money to live. And then I asked Lara if she can give me a number from sport director there.
Of the Potsdam. She was in Potsdam at the time.
Yeah, first FFC Potsdam, Turbine Potsdam this time. And she gave me the number. I gave the number to my manager and he organized the tryouts there. I remember I was there 5 days. But I was still in the season this time. I guess it was March 2019. But the club where I was here in Slovenia, they told me, you can go because we support you, we wanted you to succeed, so they were really nice to me. They didn't say, you need to stay here till the end of the season. I went there and I stayed there till the end of the season also. So I just trained with them. I didn't play games, but I trained because they wanted that because of course the level in Slovenia and Germany, it's high.
Yeah, so, it's two different worlds.
Yeah, exactly. So they wanted that I started training with them as soon as possible, that I will be ready for the next season. And I remember I was training with one of the best players now, like Svenja Hut. She's in Wolfsburg, or Sara Zadrazil, Bayern. So when I'm thinking now, because that time I was like, I didn't realize what kind of players they are, such a really good ones. I was just there playing. I didn't know a lot about women football, so I was just like, okay, I'm there. I try to give my best, and let's see what's happened.
Well, sometimes this is better, because otherwise maybe some people would freeze or just wouldn't be themselves because they would try to prove themselves, or they would be afraid to make a mistake or something in front of those big players. But if you don't know, you're just there and you just give your best and see what happens.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't know, so it was totally fine for me. Then it was a summer break. I signed my first contract, came back, and there I started putting pressure on me. Like there I was, okay, this is my first contract. Now I need to show that I also can play the first 11, that I also can like be the same like the other girls. And it happened that in the second friendly game I tore my ACL. Yeah, it was really fast. So
Wow, I
yeah.
didn't realize that it was so fast.
Yeah, it was. I didn't know how to speak German, also English not so good. And I thought, like, when I did it, okay, 2 weeks and I'm okay. Then one teammate said, okay, if it's only ACL, it's good, then it's only 8 months. I was 8 months? No way. I cannot be so long, like, out. Then I went to the doctor and he told me, minimum 8 months you'll be out. And I started crying. I was like, it cannot be real. So yeah, this was a really, really hard time for me. Yeah, because of the language, I didn't know what they will do to my knee, what needs to be fixed. I was just like, okay, I go to the operation. I try to believe that the doctor is the best, and yeah, let's see what happens.
So how did you overcome that? How did that 8 months go with the first ACL? And how did you overcome all the mental struggles at that time?
Yeah, it was really hard. Actually, in the end, it was 14 months when I did my first game, because I had some inflammation in my knee and some problems. So it took me much longer. Luckily, I had like 3 Slovenian girls also playing the same club, like Clara, Zala, and Sara, 2 other girls. So I guess without them, I would be, I don't know, I think I would go back to Slovenia and be with my family to have support from them. But because of those girls and also teammates were really helpful, and the physios and everything were really supportive. So I think those months went quite fast, I would say. I was struggling more after this when I was back on the pitch because of the coach. Like I already said, I had problems with coaches, and this coach was really strict. He didn't know actually how to talk with girls because he was always in men's football. So yeah, I was coming back from heart injury. I had like mental problems and stuff, and then you come to the training and then you only hear bad stuff. It's not good. Like it was really hard.
Yeah, especially at that time. Now you can hear a lot about mental health, and people are talking about it. Now we're recording that podcast, and we're going to talk about struggles and challenges. But I feel like at that time nobody really spoke about having mental issues, facing difficulties. Actually, if you said something, I feel like, or if people said like, "Oh, I have a psychologist," people thought like, "Oh, there's something is wrong with you." So I think that's definitely not helpful, and communication is key. So if you don't have the right support system, not just from people around you who are close to you, but also, like you said, from a figure who is deciding everything, and who either makes you feel like shit or
Exactly.
makes you feel like you can do anything, I think it's very hard. So so you came back after 14 months?
Yes.
And how did things go after that?
Yeah, also not so good. Like I was out for 2 seasons, and this coach told me, yeah, the next season you won't play more minutes like you're playing now. He gave me a bit, like 10 minutes per game or something like this. I also scored. I played good, but he didn't give me a chance to play longer. So he told me that I can go to play somewhere else. How it's called, like for
Like on a
year.
loan?
On a loan, exactly. So this also broke me down when he told me, you won't, like, you're not welcomed in my squad for the next season. So I really felt like shit, exactly what, like you said. I went on a loan to Jena. They also came from the second league to the first league that time. There I felt really welcomed. It was a woman trainerin. She gave me this feeling of being worthy, not just being a number, and it was like I felt like I was newborn. But then there also started some challenges, because it was really hard to be in the league when you're coming from the second league to the first league, and we were losing every game. I was playing a striker, so if you play against big teams, you only run left, right,
you just defend.
You just defend. I didn't have fun at the games. I maybe get 4 or 5 balls. I couldn't do anything with those balls, because you have 3 defenders behind your back. So I started feeling that she also gets nervous, the trainer, and then she put a bit of
pressure on you.
Pressure on us, why, like also on me, why you don't score and stuff. But I was like, we come 2 times to the goal, and maybe I get 1 chance, and it's hard to score with 1 chance. You need to be like really the best, and I was coming after injury. So yeah, there, and also was a corona time. This time I was feeling lonely and I wasn't enjoying football. So then I decided that I go back to Slovenia just to get this feeling of having fun with football again. So I came back to Slovenia for half a year, and there I twisted my ankle in the first friendly game again, because I was like, okay, now I'm back in Slovenia, I will have fun, I see that here I will grow again. And with this full of motivation, I went to this friendly game, because I know that the opposite team is not so good, so that I can dribble, I can show my skills. And then I went 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper and did some trick and twisted my ankle. Not great. And I was out for 2 months, I guess. So.
And after that, you went back to Germany.
And after that, yes, because I still had 1 year contract with.
So you were on a loan also in Slovenia.
Exactly, a half a year in Jena and half a year in Slovenia, and then I went back up to Turbine Potsdam, because the whole team changed. Also the coach, which didn't like me. Like I always say this, but yeah, I cannot judge him. He went, so and a new one came. So I decided, okay, let's give it a try one more time. So I went back up in Germany, and again injury.
You did a second ACL?
No, this time I did meniscus, but it was a rupture, and they took it out. So my rehab was only 2-3 months. So I missed the first few games, and then I played first league again. So there I got many minutes, but also the coach, I didn't get well with him. Like a lot of girls didn't, because it was like almost the same one like before, couldn't speak with us, couldn't have a normal conversation with the girls, always the short answers. Also on the pitch, couldn't really tell us what we need to do it better. Also the bad words, you're not good, like do it better, but how? You need to show me how, or talk with me, do analysis and stuff. So it was really a struggle for mental to stay there and not to break down. Exactly, because I already put a lot of pressure on myself and then the coaches, and so it was for me always a struggle to go to the game. I couldn't sleep. I always had scenarios in my head how bad I am, that I will do mistakes, how he will scream on me because I did a mistake. So it wasn't fun anymore to go to the game and play a game.
It's crazy because we start to play football because we love it, because it's fun, because it's a game, and then you end up in the situations when you don't enjoy it at all, and it's actually more harmful than anything else. And you become your worst enemy, your head. And it's crazy to me, speaking about coaches, the craziest thing is that, in the name, like we call them managers, a manager, a coach, or a leader. It's all about managing of the people. And this is one thing that most of the coaches, managers, struggle with, which is managing the team, which is the communication, bringing the best out of every single person. It's not that much about football stuff. It's more about how to manage the just the team of 25 players, let's say, and the coaching stuff. And to me, it's shocking how little of actually the coaches understand that. Crazy. And I feel like now in the national team we have someone who really understands that, and I feel really lucky and privileged, because probably is one of the rare ones, or maybe actually the only one in my career who knows exactly, like how to do those things. And I've changed many clubs, I've played many years already, and it's probably the only one who knows how to do that, which is crazy. And I feel like beside all the licenses that they get, I don't know how it is right now. I have UEFA B, but I've done it many years ago. I would definitely send them to some, like psychology courses and those things, because it's so important. It's probably the most important thing that you need to know as the head coach.
The coach needs to be also a psychologist, you need to know how to handle girls, or to give this feeling to all 23 girls, or how many there are, that they are worthy, that he count on you no matter what, that you always need to be ready. So this, unfortunately, I wasn't called up in national team yet after my long injury. So I hope I will get a chance to meet this coach and to see how he works, because I only heard a lot of good news. Exactly.
No, yeah, I mean, I really wish that you join us again soon. We definitely need you. We need every single good player. Slovenia is still a very small country, so we need all the forces in order to achieve all of our goals. All right, you've shared a lot about the injuries and how it went, but how did all of this change you? How did this change you? All of the injuries, all of the hardship, going back and forth. Are you a different person now than a few years ago when everything started?
Of course, 100%. I also work with my life coach already 3 years, and I started working with him because of this, because of all the setbacks. Because always when I had feeling, okay, now it's going up, finally I'm on the right place, the right time, then I got injured. But not small injury, but big one, who stopped me from everything.
So pretty much, technically, you were self-sabotaging, or at least your subconscious did. Are you willing to share, obviously on a very, very much personal note, what was going on? What did you find out with him? Why this was happening?
I guess I always expected too much from me. I always saw myself as not as good player. And when I did video analysis and stuff, I only see the bad things. And, I'm a people pleaser a bit. And also I didn't say what is bothering me, or to tell the coach, hey, why you're talking with me, so why can we have a good conversation and stuff. And all this, I think all the time this energy was saving in my body, and when it's too much energy, somewhere needs to go out. And I guess my knee was this trigger point, and everything exploded when I got injured. And I guess this was the biggest reason why. So stress, putting myself under the stress, unnecessary.
Well, it's crazy because I've had similar things. Thank God not to the extent of yours, probably, because I didn't have a serious injury. Knock on the wood. But yeah, I also had myself, my subconscious belief, or the probably the base belief that I had was, I'm not enough. I'm less than the rest. It was probably coming from, the childhood and being told now you're not allowed to play with boys anymore. So I guess automatically I was like, okay, I'm not enough, I'm less than them. And it was, it got to the point where I always trained so much. Why? Because I always felt like I'm not enough. I have to do more. I have to do more. I never went on a real vacation, and whenever I did go on a vacation, I was always training because I was afraid that, if I don't train, I'm going to get worse, or I'm not going to be able to, or if I'm not going to get worse, I'm not going to get better also. So it was so much pressure to the point where whenever I was in AC Milan, the first season I had, it was great. The second season, I completely broke down because, I was exhausted, so, and it's crazy because until you address those subconscious beliefs, the same as people pleasing, which is just the adaptation, let's put it that way, to the belief that I had about myself. If I'm not enough, then I need to work hard and I need to please people. I need to, in order to be accepted, in order to be enough, I need to, be people pleaser.
Exactly.
So, until I wasn't addressing those things, I went in the circles of playing, not playing, leaving, playing, not playing, leaving, which it's... we all have those things. It just depends on a person what you have, and until you don't address that, you can do whatever you want to do and things won't change.
And we were also learned that if you work hard, you will get better. Like if you don't have pain, you don't go. Always. Also, when I had a personal coach, he told me, you need to work so much harder to, like, also always train. In my vacation, I maybe had 5 days off, but then working hard, because I had the same belief like you. If I will now work hard, I will come back and I will be better. And I also I got this self-confidence in this time because I was thinking, I'm now working and they are not. But my body, it couldn't rest. It's too much training, it's too much pressure, and then injuries happening because the body show you, I need a rest. And this is this belief where, like in a childhood, when they tell you need to work hard and stuff. And now if you ask me now how I train, like on a 70% every training. I don't care what coach expect from me. I do how much I can, because I know if it's a game, I will put 100% in the game. I don't need to put 100% in training. I know I'm good, and I don't need to show him. I don't need to, like I was before, to go over my limits. I don't need this,
Yeah, definitely, because you changed your base. Now everything else is changing. You don't need to, like, the only person you need to prove yourself to is you.
Exactly.
Not to anyone else. And the sentence that whenever I heard this was a game changer was that my value doesn't change. Like, no matter what opinion other people have, my value doesn't change. So when you really get this, it's like crazy, because it's subjective anyway. This coach can be like, oh, you're the best in the world, and then the next coach can be like, oh, you're shit. So pretty much it's opinion of someone, and my value doesn't depend on an opinion of other people.
Exactly.
And it's also crazy how much the old belief system is still at play. Like you said, because we our parents were probably thought, oh, you need to work hard in order to make a living. And then that was, you kind of inherited that, and I did as well. You have to work hard if you want to succeed. You have to work hard because you're from a smaller country, so you have to prove yourself even more. That's what everything, I was pretty much self-sabotaging because I said, oh, I'm from Slovenia. I need to play twice as better as other girls. And we still have that belief. I was actually talking with my friend. She's a Serbian national team player. And she said, I don't care. I don't care where I'm from. You know, I'm just as good as all the English girls there in WSL. And I started thinking, I was like, oh, wow. Yeah, until now, I've always been like, oh, yeah, like our Balkan girls, like, you know, we are less because we are from there. But we're not less because we are from there. We are less because we think that we are less. And we are automatically then creating that experience of being less and needing to prove ourselves more.
Yes, I totally understand, yeah.
You share your story and yourself a lot in social media. Why do you do that?
Yeah, like my last injury, I also tore my ACL, so I was like, I needed something to push me forward, or, you know, to have something, not to think of always about like injuries and how life is shit, blah, blah, blah. And so I was like, I was always interested in social media, Instagram and stuff. So I just decided, okay, I will share my rehab story with others. Like every week I posted videos, how I train, how my progress is going. So after a few months, I got like many new followers, and I realized how many people have this injury. They wrote down the comments or texted me if I can help them, and they understood, okay, I can actually help people. So, and I always thought, yeah, I'm only footballer. I only can play football. I cannot do anything else. But this injury, I was starting to thinking about also a bit of second career. What can I be? How can I help others? And there I was like, wow, this is something I can also share, you know. So then I wrote also a book about ACL.
I didn't know that.
No? Okay. No. Yeah, I didn't share so much on I shared that I wrote it and so on, but I didn't promote it so much because I'm still a bit insecure about it's bullshit.
I mean, we're all works in progress, to be honest. So the work is never done, but it's important that you push yourself over those limits.
Exactly. Yeah, so a lot of people ask me which exercises they need to do or what helps against inflammation, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I decided, why should I text everyone back? I just wrote a book with all this information, how I struggle also mentally, physically. Yeah, and then I could send this book to them, and was quite interesting. Like I was writing this book for about 1 year, but I'm really happy that I brought this till the end.
But so pretty much you just shared it for free. Like whoever asks you, you send it to them, or are you selling that? Is it published?
I'm selling this. It's like also on Amazon is this book, and also I have a link on my Instagram account.
Okay.
That they can buy it. I have it for €7.99, something like this.
So it's just online?
Yeah, it's just online. It's an online book. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. I didn't know. I mean, in every bad situation, there's something good.
Of course, I learned so much. Like I told already, now I go to the training totally different. Also on the game, I have so much less pressure. I'm having fun. So I have teammates that they're like, I don't know, they're good. They don't have any injuries and stuff, but they're still complaining so much. And I'm like, why complain? You know, you have everything what you need. Just have fun. And, you know, because they didn't have this kind of experience like I have, so they don't understand. They cannot appreciate the things like I can now.
Yeah, everything comes down to the perspective, you know, and you have a completely different perspective on everything right now. I mean, with my career and everything that I got through, I'm also, you know, like I just want to enjoy. I just have fun, and I just want to enjoy every single minute that I still have on a football pitch, because on the end of the day, it is my favorite job. It's my dream job, and it doesn't even feel like a job. And that doesn't mean that I just take things, like I just take whatever, you know, like if things are not okay, I'm going to tell, okay, I don't think that's okay, you know. So you don't just swallow all the bullshit, because to be honest, women's football still has a lot to improve and grow, but you also appreciate every single moment. What is next after that?
Yeah, now I was playing the last 3 games also in the first Bundesliga. Actually, when I was rehabbing, when I was injured, I was like, I don't think I will ever play Bundesliga again because it's such a high level. And after 4 knee surgeries, I actually had 4.
All on the same knee, or
All on the left side. Yeah.
Oh, left. It's
a mom's side.
That's your mom's side.
Yeah,
that's
and
a
I don't get it
side.
why. But probably I need to figure it out this also. Yeah.
It's a feminine energy.
Maybe I'm too much in male energy. I don't know.
I'm not that kind of therapist. I do like read about those things a lot. I'm very interested in those things. But yeah, it definitely has to do with your mom's side.
Yeah.
I'm interested to hear whenever you dive deep into those things. I'm interested to hear what you found out.
Yeah, we will talk about this in 2-3 years. I hope I'll
in
the
episode number 2.
Exactly.
So yeah, sorry I interrupted you.
No. So yeah, I played now 3 games in first Bundesliga. So I'm really proud that I achieved this goal, which actually wasn't achievable for me. But yeah, I proved myself that everything is possible, you know. So yeah, now let's see if I stay there 1 more year to get this minutes again, to play full games, to get in this rhythm, or maybe I try somewhere else. So everything is still open. So
you still want to play?
I still want to play. I want to give it 1 more try, but in a totally different way, like before. Now I won't put pressure on me. I won't say I need to play every game. I need to be in the first 11. I need to come to the national team. No, my only goal is to having fun, to be in an environment which support me, or which it's a positive environment, and also to have coach which know how to speak normal with the girls, or to have basic things as a coach.
Yeah, it's crazy because whenever I'm actually not surprised that you were able to come back and you were able to play on pretty much the highest level again, because you've done so much. You shifted yourself you're a completely different person now. So I think obviously it depends on you and what you want to do, but I feel like you can still you're young enough to stay on that level, and achieve a lot more, because everything happens for a reason, and injury after injury after injury, obviously whoever you want to call, whatever you want to call that, the universe or the God or higher energies, whatever, they give you, or life, they give you things or obstacles that many times until you learn and change.
Yeah.
So you need it 4 times, the same lesson, in order for you to change. So I think that from now on it can only go up, and those things needed to happen in order for you to actually go higher. I needed to change in order for me to be a player that I am right now. If I would stay the same, I probably wouldn't be on the highest level anymore. So I think obviously what's the best for you, but at the same time just to stay open and let the life surprise you.
Exactly. Every setback is how it's called? It's a way to something greater. And I learned how to listen to my body better. As I told you, I think we spoke about, I do this exercises IQ. It's some kind of meditation, but you're moving your body and try to control it better. And I guess this also helped me a lot. Also on the training, that I listen, okay, I cannot go more than now, so I can stay there. I don't need to push the limits. I will still progress, I don't need, because then I will lay 2-3 days, cannot stand up. you know.
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
Obviously, like somatic exercises, our body stores trauma. And until you, and those exercises are about that, until you liberate the body of that trauma, you just keep coming back. So those exercises are great because a lot of times we don't even know what is happening inside of us, but body obviously knows and is trying to tell you. And as soon as you release those things, everything shifts, which is great. I think AEQ is actually Slovenian.
Exactly. Yeah.
Slovenian thing. So I'm, for that reason, among many other reasons, but this is another reason why I'm happy that I'm Slovenian, that I got to learn those things, because a lot of my friends also, they work with that. Like my therapist as well, actually both of them, they do those things as well, which is great for whoever is interested in those things, because one thing is working with yourself on a mental level, and the other thing is with the body work.
And to go deeper.
Exactly. You need to, if you want things to really dissolve, you have to feel it in the body as well and then release it. It's very important. So yeah, but at the same time, those exercises, I feel like if people are not ready, and if you go over yourself or dig too deep and you're not ready to face certain things, like this is where, you know, things can fall apart.
Exactly.
Very quickly. So you have to be careful, and I think that it's necessary to have someone who's experienced in those things helping you.
Yeah, of course, you need how it's called,
like a guidance.
A guidance, exactly. And this life coach that I'm working with him, he's also a teacher of this IQ, so it's perfect for me.
Do you do it like online or in person with him?
Online. Everything online, yeah.
Yeah, I've done it online and also in person, and it's crazy because whenever that was the woman that I did with, and whenever she twisted my body, and there was a simple exercises, but the amount of discomfort that I felt in the body and after I released it, it's crazy. So yeah, I would suggest people who are willing to go deep and work on themselves to try that thing. You said that you mentioned your body and listening to your body. You know, before, whenever you said you were training sometimes on a 70%, my experience is that, I mean, I always go and give my best, but I don't feel the need to have 2 trainings a day anymore. Or sometimes, you know, I don't even need to have training, you know, at all. So it's like, it really is just not going with your head, but going with your body, with your heart, and listening what you need in a certain moment. And right now, when we are recording that podcast, obviously we are the week before the national team, the season is done, and now it's 1 week until the national team, and then the entire season is really done. And I was training with my strength and conditioning coach here at home in Slovenia, and I went a little bit too far with the one training. And then if I would be in my old patterns, the next training, the next day, I would train twice a day and I would go as hard as I can. And my knee was hurting, and I said, no, okay, I need like just one day. And I just that shift of just skipping one training, it solved everything.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because whatever happened was my body just, it was defensive mechanism that was going on. I recognized that, and I was like, okay, step back, and then I'll be able to just train normally again. In my past, I would just go all over myself, like walk over myself, and then I would probably be dealing with that knee until I wouldn't really stop.
Yeah, because we will learn that pain is a part of it, but it's not, you know?
Exactly. I need to push and walk over myself. And it's crazy because I used to be so disconnected from my body, I didn't even know it. That I would be, you know, like I would be angry at the body if it wouldn't work. I would dislike it. Like there's so many things. I would look at myself in the mirror and I would say, no, oh my gosh, like I need to improve this and I don't like this part of my body. And now what I do every single morning when I wake up is just say thanks. Because the body listens. Every single cell in the body listens to everything that you have to say and everything that you're thinking. And I just say thank you. Like thank you for just letting me do whatever I love to do every single day and to go through all the physical strength that, I put my body through. So I just say thank you and I just accept you just as the way you are. And I love you.
This is so important.
Exactly, and it makes such a difference.
I was telling this to my knee in the whole rehab, and I didn't had any problems. I was like, how is this possible? It's funny. The first injury, like ACL, it took me 14 months, and here I think I was 5 months sooner on the like to fit, only because of this. Because I was always saying, you're good, you're giving me the best, and just putting positive energy into it, and it makes such a difference.
And before you were like, oh, why you're not moving already?
Of course,
why you're not
course.
like having a full extension already? Like, oh, we need to be back soon. I should be already on the pitch. It's crazy how like body, first of all, can heal itself, and second, how much we can actually have an impact with our thoughts and our feelings. To either help or sabotage ourselves. Wow. Well, Adri, we spoke a lot about that already, but let's say there are girls or boys, whoever listening to that podcast, and they're going through similar situation that you were going. What would you say to them?
I would say try to relax. Because if your body is relaxed, if your mind is relaxed, everything is possible. Do the things you love. If you feel that you love playing football, then play it. Don't self-sabotage you. Don't talk bad to yourself. Just remember why you start. Remember all the good things you achieve already. And everything's different then.
Well, beautiful. Thank you for coming. Thank you for saying yes to this. Thank you for just sharing yourself. I know that's not the easiest thing, but I think it's probably the most important thing right now, especially where the world is and how things are going, and not just in football but in general. And I think that everyone has their own struggles. It doesn't necessarily need to be an injury. But I feel like everyone can get something out of that, and it's important for us to share ourselves, because that way we give permission to other people to, first of all, like feel every single emotion, accept every single thing, and then just to, instead of going down, going up and moving through that with a lot more ease than if everyone would just be separate.
Exactly.
And I obviously wish you still a great career, and that you come back to the national team soon, and that you especially enjoy or start to enjoy playing football again.
I hope we'll play again soon together.
Oh, me too.
That would be great.
Thank you, Adri.
Thank you, Čonč. It was a pleasure.
Same.